Residents of a community at Ifako, Gbagada, a suburb in Lagos, are appealing to state authorities to dredge the water channel to limit the impact of the flood caused by the release of water from Oyan Dam. They say the situation has made the living quite unbearable for them. Esther Mokpariola reports. After that, we'll have the weather forecast, followed by business news.
The conditions here are quite unhygienic, but people live here. And new buildings are being erected, perhaps for new tenants. It is quite a challenge for residents living here, and to keep the floodwaters low and allow for easy passage, they evacuate this water using a pumping machine. This is Taudak Estate in Ifako, Gbagada, and the floodwaters you see, residents tell me it's as a result of water coming from a canal very close to this community, which they say takes in water from the Oyan Dam, recently released by the state authorities. Now they're asking the government to dredge the canal and also embank the canal to prevent a further spill of water into this community. Oloruntola Odugbenga is a carpenter. He tells me he wishes to relocate but doesn't have the funds to make that happen because he has been unable to make sales due to the sanitary conditions.
I don't know that it's affecting so much like this. It's only when I get there, I now see the water is surprising. It's challenge even before I don't think of palleting it, putting wood. But when I see the water, I now say, so that to save that somehow. That's why I lifted it up so that I can find a space to walk.
For Shegun Emmanuel, he never knew what was to come when he acquired his property 10 years ago. He was simply asked to appease the gods to prevent any disaster. Now, he and his family are forced to live in unhygienic conditions when the flood waters flow into his home.
Nothing can be as traumatic as having water all around you. It's not water you want. It's not water you need either. Disease-infested water. And you have to wade into it. You have to wade through it. I don't imagine the extent of infection that one is actually breathing in.
Early last week, the state government issued warnings that communities will be overtaken by floods and asked residents living in low-lying areas to relocate to higher grounds. But Pastor Ruben Oluwasegun, like many others, wants the government to provide a temporary shelter whenever such situations occur.
By 2 a.m. in the morning, this water will be on this street and will be running up and down to save people. So if government have a place to give to us freely or build for us, we are the citizens of Nigeria, so they are not loose.
In the meantime, the state government has begun clearance and construction of some drainage channels to ensure optimum capacity of drains to contain the runoffs from the Oyan Dam. However, it will take much more than patience if things are to turn around for the better. Esther Mokpariola, TVC News, Lagos.